Hi, everybody, and welcome to The Balancing Act. I'm Julie Moran.
And I'm Olga Villaverdi.
Focusing today on health.
That's right, from breast cancer to helping those with hearing loss.
And what you need to know about probiotics.
I know, it may not be just yogurt that
That's
you can...
right.
No, we're going to learn more. The Balancing Act starts
right now. This month, we shine the light on breast cancer awareness. 1 in 8 women will be diagnosed with breast cancer in their lifetime. Can you believe that?
No, I can't.
And with today's advancements in genetic testing, women can choose to get ahead of the diagnosis.
That's right. There are many steps and individuals involved who can help you navigate these times. A support network of not only friends and family, but your surgical team as well.
So we traveled to San Antonio, Texas to learn more about options available to help women strengthen their sense of wholeness and confidence.
Take a look.
Rebecca Holly Muniz is all too familiar with breast cancer. Her mother is a survivor, and genetic testing showed she was at risk.
My mom was diagnosed probably when I was about 15 or 16, and that was a very, very scary time for me. I remember being so scared for my mom. And just so worried, and I do remember it was a very long road. That was a very, very trying time for her. And since it is a genetic trait, we decided I should probably go ahead and get tested as well, so I did. And lo and behold, I was BRCA2 positive as well. I had a mammogram within 10 days, and it made it seem like it was, oh my gosh, you might have breast cancer right now. So that was a very emotional time and a very emotional roller coaster for me.
At 28 years old with the BRCA2 diagnosis, Rebecca chose to own her destiny instead of letting the gene decide her fate.
I was already at about a 30% risk of developing it. So that was always just kind of in the back of my mind. So after my first mammogram, I actually went and met with a genetic counselor. And that was immensely helpful. She really gave me a lot of information just about the gene itself. She gave me options because initially I was thinking, I only have 2. I had living with it or doing the mastectomy because I didn't want to live with going to have a mammogram and going to have an MRI every 6 months and then waiting for those results and just thinking, well, what if it comes back positive, and what if I should have done this 6 months ago? My husband, Jason, was really the biggest support that I had. He let me come home from work every day, sit on the couch, rub my feet, and let me cry about why I had this gene and what I was going through. And he really helped me come to the decision. And ultimately, he told me it didn't matter to him what I chose to do. It was up to me and what would make me happiest and most comfortable with.
To help make an informed decision, Rebecca researched the breast reconstruction process and options. She found support, information, and education within the breast cancer community.
So I decided to go ahead and do the prophylactic double mastectomy with reconstruction to know that I was able to have a reconstruction option that was going to give me back part of myself was very reassuring. And it really it helped me own my identity a little more.
As a 2-time breast cancer survivor and reconstruction patient, Terry QT knows the unique challenges and frustrations other patients face.
My breast cancer journey started back in 2002. I was diagnosed the first time, and then in 2014, I had a recurrence and a new cancer in the other breast. The day I was told about my mastectomy, it was my first experience with a shared decision-making conversation with my healthcare team. My breast surgeon gave me all my options for breast reconstruction. I didn't even go into that appointment thinking about breast reconstruction. I went into that appointment thinking, I'm gonna lose my breast. I'm gonna lose a body part that defined me as a woman. But she told me all of my options, and so I left there with this huge sense of hope.
And a new purpose in life. Terry, a former teacher, went into warrior mode and founded Deep Sea Foundation to help others looking for information on reconstruction.
What we do is to give them all the resources they need to empower them to make this decision. For me, this is a pay it forward moment. How can I help other women and men go through this process and make it easier on them?
And when Rebecca met Terry, it was a powerful connection.
Her story, it holds so much bravery. She knows her body's going to be changed. She had to find someone that she trusted to do this work to move her forward in her own personal journey so that she could be there for others in her life and live a full life herself.
I was really needing to talk to someone that has been through this and has done it. Right. Someone young like myself that has gone through something like this.
One thing they had in common, taking the shared decision-making approach to their treatment, empowering themselves to work with their surgical team in determining the best reconstruction pathway.
The shared decision-making approach really empowers patients to have a voice in their treatment planning and to really own their journey. Instead, it's a collaboration between the surgeon and the patient. We describe the options, we describe the risks, recovery, everything that goes into making a medical decision. But we also expect and invite the patient to bring their preferences. And then we marry all that together along with evidence-based medicine to come up with the best treatment plan for that individual patient.
Emotionally and physically, this preventative measure was the right decision for Rebecca. Her physicians made sure she understood all the considerations of breast removal and reconstruction.
Women have many options when it comes to breast reconstruction. There are two main categories. One is implants and the other is using their own tissue. Implant reconstruction can be performed in a staged approach, either at the time of the mastectomy or any time later.
I would have an expander at first, and I would go up, every 3 or so weeks to have those gradually filled.
We chose a two-stage approach using an Artura expander at the first stage to increase the overall breast size, the footprint, and the size of the skin envelope.
We decided to go ahead and do that under the muscle. They thought that would give me the most lifelike look, which is what I really ultimately wanted. I didn't want anything to look really fake.
And that allowed us to put in a slightly larger implant to help us achieve the size goal that she wanted.
I wanted to still come out of this procedure looking like me, but maybe a better version of me.
After 4 months of slowly expanding the area, Rebecca was now ready for the second stage of reconstruction, implants.
In Rebecca's case, it was really very important to have a soft and natural feeling result. So knowing that, we were able to choose the right implants and really maximize the chances of a successful outcome in her eyes. Ultimately, we chose a mentor memory gel, smooth round silicone gel implant for Rebecca because we felt it best suited her goals. So it's important when you're choosing implants to use a manufacturer that has a wide range. Mentor's range is really very nice because it checks all the boxes and we can adjust our implant choices based on the patient's desires, goals.
I am very, very happy with the choice of implant that I have. It feels natural, it looks natural, and it gives me everything I would have wanted. I really feel like I have just gotten back into normal, regular life. I'm a very active person. I ride horses, I go sailing, I go swimming, and I feel like they're just a part of my body. They give me, all the options that I had before.
My advice to anyone embarking on this journey is to be your best advocate. Empower yourself, do the research, use decision aids like the Breast Advocate app, and really push to have the conversation that you want to have.
For these women, the path to surgery and finding support through healing and moving on with life after breast cancer has merged into a desire to help others.
I want to be able to tell other women, it's okay. You're going to be fine, and you'll be beautiful on the other side, just as you were when you went in it.
I'm inspired by women like Rebecca every day that I meet people like Rebecca and other women. It just inspires me to continue my work.
Our thanks to Rebecca for sharing her wonderful story, and Terry for advocating on behalf of women everywhere. We thank you so much.
Yes, we do.
You can go to breastimplantsbymentor.com for more information.
You can also learn more at thebalancingact.com, and we want you to stay with us because we'll be right back.
on the telephone is an essential part of everyday life, yet for the 48 million Americans with hearing loss, using the phone can be such a struggle. But the folks at CaptionCall are putting an end to this. Here to tell us and show us how those with all levels of hearing loss can use the phone again with confidence, thus keeping them socially engaged for a longer, happier, healthier life, are Abby Pence. She is an outreach manager for CaptionCall, and Fran Reinstein, a CaptionCall customer who has really benefited from CaptionCall. Ladies, so nice to have you here.
Thank you.
Thank
Good
you.
to be here.
Abby, I'm going to start with you. I was reading here statistically, hearing loss is the third most prevalent health condition in older adults, yet many won't seek professional help for it. Why is that?
Yeah, you know, it's crazy. People wait on average about 7 years between.
7 years?
Yes, nuts. Between the time they realize they have hearing loss and when they decide to do something about it. Usually it's the people in their lives that are telling them, hey, you're listening to the TV too loudly, what's going on?
And what are they, maybe embarrassed, or they just don't want to deal with it?
Yeah,
or...
exactly. There's different reasons, but yeah, a lot of people don't realize how bad it's gotten because it's gradual, right? It takes a long time to get there, but some people are in denial. They don't want to face that social stigma, you know?
You are nodding your head.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so was that you, friend?
Yeah.
What kind of happened? Was it gradual?
It crept up on me, and then it began to impact every part of my life. This cannot be happening. This is annoying. What a pain in the neck this is. I have so many things to do each day, and if I'm not going to be able to hear, especially on the telephone,
Right.
I can make it and fake it in person. I fill in the words.
She can make it and fake it. That's the best.
But it's not true. You can't. I didn't want to go answer the telephone because my hearing started to be so bad. I missed the words. I missed the nuances of what people were saying.
Right. So let's talk about CaptionCall, because obviously it impacted her life. It impacts, what was the number? Millions of Americans in this country.
48 million.
48 million. That's a lot. So we can help them. CaptionCall, how does it work?
So CaptionCall is part of a federal fund that's monitored by the FCC.
And we have one here.
We do, yeah. And basically it works just like a normal phone. So you use the hearing that you still have, but you're able to read the other side of the conversation for whoever you're talking to. So as you can see, the captions are scrolling now, and they're just coming in automatically,
So
just
as
like
the
a normal
person's
phone.
talking to you, you're not only hearing them, but if there's a deficit, you're reading it.
You're reading it, yes, yeah.
How was it for you, Fran? Did you find it to be an easy tool?
I don't feel stymied by it because I didn't grow up with computers or
Right.
fancy phones.
Very simple.
So easy.
How did it change your life in terms of obviously not being able to hear and have a conversation to now?
I pick up the phone all the time. I don't avoid the telephone and let somebody else at home pick it up.
I heard also, and correct me if I'm wrong, this is a free service?
So yes, CaptionCall is a no-cost service.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so the service itself is no cost as for anyone who's eligible, which is basically anyone with any level of hearing loss that's struggling on the phone. The phone itself is $75 to anyone who needs it, but you can actually get that fund or that cost reimbursed if you just visit a healthcare provider and get a certification of hearing loss.
It's a no-brainer.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so CaptionCall is the most trusted captioning telephone brand. Over 12,000 medical professionals refer their patients to CaptionCall to receive the phone.
All right, so Fran, any final thoughts of the success?
The service is so available. They have a tech support group. These are, first of all, nice people. Isn't it refreshing to deal with nice people?
It really is.
They are so competent and so caring and compassionate.
So Abby, for our viewers out there who'd like more information on CaptionCall, where can they go?
Just visit CaptionCall.com and just click on the button that says you're interested in getting a phone for yourself or a loved one, and we'll walk you through the process.
Fantastic. Thank you, ladies, so
You're
much.
welcome. Thank you.
Great having you here today. And of course, if you'd like more information on CaptionCall, just check out our website, thebalancingact.com.
Awesome. Thank you.
Some real talk today about gut health.
Very important.
Absolutely. Many people struggle with occasional digestive issues, restricting social activity, sometimes needing to make sure there's a bathroom nearby, you know, or even staying in bed because they don't feel well.
It's just horrible,
It's awful.
right? Yes. Or it might be just bloating or discomfort or general malaise or lack of energy. However they manifest, these issues can impact daily life.
Absolutely. So what's the solution? Dr. Edward Horvath, a gastroenterologist from Gastro Health, joins us for today's discussion. Good morning.
So glad glad you're here.
Thank you for having
Very
me.
important subject.
Absolutely. I'm sure a lot of your patients have told you they've gone to the medicine cabinet. They'll just kind of put a Band-Aid on the situation or maybe just live with the fact that they're feeling awful, which is awful in itself. Gut health, how important is it, doctor?
Super important, Olga. It's probably the most important thing if you ask me. You know, as a gastroenterologist, we tend to treat patients who have less than ideal gut health.
Now, I grab some yogurt, think that's, enough probiotics, but really it's not. What is a probiotic?
A probiotic is a live microorganism that can be either a bacteria or it can be a yeast, and it can come in pill form or powdered form, and patients take it to help maintain the natural homeostasis of their gut ecosystem.
And doctor, what's a CFU and what's the misconception behind that?
Well, some people want to look at the concentration of the particular probiotic or the colony-forming units. That's not so important, nor is it that important to find a probiotic that maybe has 10 different strains in it. What you really want to look for is that specific strain that's been proven to be effective.
Doctor, I just had a colonoscopy, and it's amazing what they prescribe. A line for me to start. This probiotic right here is what they said to take. Would you agree? Is this the best on the market?
It's an excellent probiotic.
All right, so doctor, let me ask you this question because a lot of people are taking, antibiotics for whatever reasons, right? And we know that antibiotics can affect gut health, right? Probiotics can also do the same thing. So what's the correlation between those two in terms of taking this?
Right. So one of the worst ways or the best ways to destroy a healthy gut is to take an antibiotic.
Right.
Now, having said that, antibiotics are life-saving and they're necessary, and I use antibiotics in my own practice.
I just did last week.
But the antibiotics tend to kill more of the beneficial bacteria than the non-beneficial bacteria, and then you develop an imbalance in your gut microbiome. And that's where the probiotics come in, because they help tip the scale in favor of the more beneficial.
So I was looking here at this Align probiotic, doctor. I see here a 7-day supply resistance formula, survives antibiotic use. Can you chime in on that?
Yes, so that's the Align resistance formula, and that actually is a yeast probiotic. So when a patient wants to take a probiotic with an antibiotic, the better choice would be the yeast probiotic because that's going to survive the antibiotic use.
As opposed to this one here.
And then I'm on the 24/7, which takes a little while to get going.
Correct. So that 24/7 actually has a special strain called Bifidobacterium 35624. And that's the magic strain that's been shown in studies to be highly effective to replenish the good bacteria.
And it's helping me.
Well,
I can tell
let me
you that.
tell you, it says here, one capsule, that's what you're taking, one capsule? One capsule of Align 24/7, which is this one, taken daily has been shown to help with occasional bloating, gas, and abdominal discomfort.
Yes,
check,
yes.
check, check. Okay, and I was reading here, Align is the #1 gastroenterologist recommended probiotic brand in the U.S. So you recommend this in your practice, doctor?
Absolutely. Been using it for 10 years, and one thing is patients need to be a little patient when they take it, because typically it takes 2 to 4 weeks to sort of repopulate our microbiome before they can see the beneficial effect.
But give it time. Let it, because it's not like an antibiotic that in 2 days you feel better, although you should finish, which a lot of people don't. Give this time.
Correct. You need to be patient.
Doctor, thank you so much for everything. You are fantastic.
So great to have you on set.
And I'm glad you're feeling better.
Yes, and gut health is so important, and it was so important
Socrates
to have
said.
you here today.
And if you'd like more information on Align Probiotic, you just have to go to Align Probiotics.
Or our website, thebalancingact.com. Thanks, doctor. Great to have you.
Thank you for having me.
Fran was so cute, and now she's empowered using the phone.
That's right. It's great having her in here today.
like
I loved
that.
it. It was great information on today's show.
Remember to head to our Facebook page and our website. Follow us on Twitter.
Also, our Instagram @JulieandOlga. Lots of fun stuff there.
Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you next time.
So long.